All right, today we're going to unlock a seriously powerful tool in English. And I'm not just talking about some boring grammar rule. No, this is the language of imagination itself. We're diving headfirst into the world of what if. I mean, seriously, what if you could do all of that? Express your wildest dreams, talk about impossible situations, and give really, really good advice, all with one simple structure? Well, the good news is you absolutely can. Let's break down how this one tool is going to make your communication so much clearer and honestly, way more creative.
Okay, so let's get into it. The official name is the Second Conditional, but honestly, I much prefer its nickname, the Unreal Conditional. Because you know what? That name just perfectly captures the whole idea behind it.
So, just like it says here, we use it for hypothetical stuff, things that aren't actually real. Think about those big, unlikely dreams you have, or things that are just completely impossible right now. It's basically a way to explore a reality that doesn't exist, at least not yet.
And the formula, it could not be easier. It's like a simple two-piece puzzle. First up, you've got the if clause. You use the past simple tense to set up the whole imaginary situation. Then you just add the main clause, which is the result, using would plus the basic form of the verb. So if I had naturally leads to I would go. See? Simple. And what's really cool is how flexible it is. You can totally flip the two parts around. The only little thing you have to remember is that you drop the comma. So, if she had more money, she would travel just becomes she would travel if she had more money. The meaning stays exactly the same.
Okay, so we've got the formula down. But what does this thing actually do, like in a real conversation?
Well, I like to think of it as having three key jobs. Let's put this powerful little tool to work and check out what each one is. First up, we've got the fun one, dreaming. This is perfect for talking about those huge, kind of unlikely future goals, right? It's the go-to structure for all those fantasies and ambitions that, let's be honest, probably aren't going to happen, but are just so amazing to think about. And this right here really shows you why we call it the unreal conditional. The whole sentence, if I won the lottery, ... works because everyone understands the reality is the total opposite. It's that gap, that contrast between the dream and the reality, that gives the whole thing its meaning. Now, for its second job, talking about situations that are totally impossible, right here, right now. So this isn't some future dream we're talking about. This is about a present reality that is the complete opposite of what you're saying in the if part. And this just nails the point, doesn't it? The hypothetical, if I had his number, only makes sense because the reality is, I don't, so I can't call him. The conditional sentence is literally describing a world that's the mirror opposite of the real one. And finally, its third job, which is maybe the one you're going to use the most, giving advice. This specific phrase, if I were you, is such a polite and honestly an incredibly effective way to share your opinion with someone. And I'm not even kidding. You should really think of this as your communication superpower. Instead of just saying, you should do this, which can sound a little bossy, right? Saying, if I were you, I would, shows empathy. You're literally putting yourself in their shoes. It's a total game changer for giving advice. Okay, you've totally mastered the three main jobs. Now it's time for a few pro tips to really fine-tune your skills. These are going to help you sound even more natural and fluent when you use this. So, pro tip number 1, would is not your only option here. You can easily swap it out for could to talk about ability. Like, if I had more time, I could learn a new language. Or you can use might to show possibility. If you ask nicely, he might help you. See? It means it's possible, but there's no guarantee. And here's a little grammar detail that actually makes a pretty big difference. Informally, you're definitely going to hear people say was, like if he was taller. But the truly correct form for every single subject is were. It's something called the subjunctive mood, and it's the reason why that classic advice phrase is always if I were you, and never ever if I was you. So let's wrap this all up. What have we learned? Well, this isn't just some random grammar rule you have to memorize. The second conditional is a dynamic, super expressive tool that you can now add to your communication toolkit. So what's in your toolkit after all this? You now have the power to dream about unlikely futures, to talk about impossible realities, and to give some really fantastic advice. On top of that, you've got the fluency to use could and might, and the precision to use that correct were form. Not bad, right?
So, I'm going to leave you with one final thought to practice with. If you had 1 extra hour in your day today, what would you do? Really think about it and try to answer using the structure we've just explored. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next one.